Hey guys, how's it going? It's Etanyos here. Welcome to episode number 1 of this NHL 22 Relocation franchise mode series here with the Arizona Coyotes / Quebec Nordiques. So today we are going to be starting it off. We're going to be jumping into a classic franchise mode and we're going to be relocating the Coyotes. So GM, obviously we're going to have to go with Etanyos on this. GM Etanyos is here to absolutely take the Nordiques to new heights and try to get them a Stanley Cup. Obviously, you know, in real life, we've actually seen not the Arizona Coyotes, we've seen the Colorado Avalanche win a Stanley Cup, 2 to be exact, and they were the offspring or the result of the original Quebec Nordiques. So if you guys don't know the storyline, I mean, by the sounds of it, we're going to be looking at more of a, how do I describe this? We're going to be looking at more of a story that goes along the lines of, I believe it's Scottsdale, Arizona, is not renewing the contract with the Arizona Coyotes on their arena after this season, so Arizona very well could be on the move. And that would be pretty exciting to watch. Somehow, I don't know, considered very equal with all the other teams in the Pacific. I guess the Pacific's not that good. So we are going to have to keep owner mode on. I don't know if I want auto owner mode on. I think that might actually be the right call. But at the same time, we're obviously going to be doing an accept relocation. And we're going to turn off GM firing because by the sounds of it, we'll probably have a pretty rough go off the start. Salary cap's going to stay on. Owner mode is going to be on, and of course accept relocation is going to be the only setting that we actually stick with today. So rules and settings, I don't know, do you guys want to see me play games in this series once the team actually gets good? I think that would be quite fun, but at the same time, I'm all ears for you guys. I'm going to put it on Superstar, but we'll leave medium trade difficulty on, all that good stuff. Auto scouting, we're gonna turn that off. Okay, and staff management looks good to me. Okay, so there's our quick settings. For advanced, we are going to be doing fully healed injuries, obviously. Sim engine scoring, I kind of enjoy looking at really high sim engine scoring numbers, but at the same time, they don't have to be insane either. Like, obviously we'll get better as we go, but I think I want high draft class quality and generated prospects just based on the fact that we're going to be the Arizona Coyotes relocated to Quebec. So probably would not hurt to actually have that setting up a little bit. And then for gameplay sliders, I think I'm just going to crank injuries down a little bit. That's kind of just what I prefer, so I think we'll bump these down to about 25 for now. If you guys think I should go lower on the injuries, or honestly I might make it as my own call depending on how slow the simulation is, but I think we are ready to go now. So Arizona Coyotes Eastern Conference looks absolutely broken, but we're gonna fix that nice and quick here. Here we go. Okay, so we can move to Atlanta, Baltimore, Birmingham, Cincinnati, Cleveland, Halifax, Hamilton, Hartford, Houston, Indianapolis, Kansas City, Markham, Miami, Milwaukee, New York, New Orleans. Are you kidding me? Okay, no, there we go. I'm like, where is Quebec? No. So yeah, we do have Quebec City as the option. That is the very first thing we're going to do here. We are going to get this team moved over right away. Honestly, I think things look pretty darn good. We're going to propose, let's see, stadium funding portion, we're going to offer, can we offer like 60 or 59%? Lease duration, can we lease it for the full 25? I would prefer that. Concession revenue, actually, no, we could do it in 22, I think. Game day ticket revenue, we can do 5% on like all of this. And parking shares, yeah, okay. I mean, this should go through as a proposal, but we'll see what they say. Okay, so they were really close. It was just the leasing years. Okay, so we'll take that. We'll do a 23 year. But we are going to complete this. So the owner feedback is okay. Step 1 is done. You have a deal. This deal doesn't excite me, nor does it make me unhappy. And that's what, you know, us as the owner are saying, but at the same time, the city's saying we have a deal, we can live with this on the table. Welcome your franchise to the city and look forward to a positive relationship. Beautiful. Okay. So now we get into team building. And that's going to be kind of the big thing here, is that we are going to have to actually build the team. And I'm kind of just questioning how things are going to go, because from what I've heard off of Reddit and a couple different platforms, the team building is absolutely terrible this year. So we're going to go check that out, see if there's any bugs or glitches or whatever else, and we're going to try to work around it. But obviously we have to reignite the Quebec Nordiques here. Just an absolutely fun franchise. I think a lot of French Canadian fans would really love to see this happen. I don't know what would they be, the Nords or the Nordiques? I don't know how you would nickname them exactly. So we're just going to put Nordiques here as the team name there, but let's keep on going here. Well, there's no actual, oh my god, we're going to have to call ourselves the Nordiques. Yeah, we are. Okay, that's really stupid, but it's really funny as well. So the Quebec Nordiques, because that's apparently the only abbreviation we can come up with here. Let's get QUE going. Let's get them queued up. I don't actually know what a Quebec arena would be called. Let's go and check that out nice and quick. So this is actually called the Videotron Center. It's funny because we're paying for the full-on relocation here through the owner mode. I can't spell either. But that's the thing, is the Videotron Center is actually there already. So we're gonna leave that as is. All right, let's go to logos and branding now. I don't like that the cost summary relocation is just stuck on the screen. It kind of gets in the way. It's a little bit annoying, but vintage logos, here we go. This is what we're looking for. There we go. Oh gosh, it looks, I love the Nordiques logo. It's actually fantastic. So I want to get the color scheme perfect on this as well. I don't want to mess this up too bad, so I'm going to pull up a couple, what do you call it? I'm going to pull up a few I think, yeah, I'm going to pull up a few different jersey mock-ups, and we'll make sure these are looking pretty accurate. And besides that, guys, I don't think I'm really going to stick around and talk through too much more of this. I think I'm just going to turn off my face cam for a couple minutes, and we'll just, speed through this whole process of creating the team, because it does take a little bit of time. And I know you guys, have busy days and are limited in your time. So let's get to the time lapse here, and I hope you enjoyed the team building. I'll be back once the team is set up. Alright guys, so there you have the team jerseys. I hope you like them. I put a decent amount of work into them, and really it's kind of hard to make a completely accurate version of the Nordiques jersey, especially when... Okay, no idea what the stadiums are doing here. Okay, there we go. Or not. Okay, anyways. Everything's just lagging out right now. That's cool. So anyways, I'm not going to be too accurate on this. We're just going to apply team colors to... I don't even know if I can do it to the whole arena. I think I have to do it like piece by piece at a time, which is actually kind of annoying, but that's okay. So let's just get, you know, all the blue, red, and white Nordiques colors in there. I guess that one's fine. Actually, I kind of like this one more. Yeah. Also, I apologize for the black puck. That's one of the few glitches that everybody seems to be noticing this year. So, yeah, don't know exactly why that is. Hopefully EA can fix that in their next patch. But yeah, just a little bit, you know, underwhelming, I guess you could say. As far as, you know, how kind of lame that is that feature and that detail in the editing used to work and how it doesn't anymore. Like, it's just funny, honestly. But all right, let's get our logo sorted out here. So this logo is gonna have to be the darker one, I think. Yeah, I think we go with that one. For the layout though, I would prefer, yeah, that looks so good. I love that. Okay, and for the line, I don't know if we go with this one. I really like that one. That one looks good, like the checkered plaid kind of look. I think that looks fantastic, and I don't think we're gonna find anything that's better. What does it say? This is Moose Country. Oh, I love that. I love that saying too. So like the moose or the meese or whatever you call them would be a fantastic franchise mode to do eventually too. But you know, we can just go in for a quick preview. Check out the arena. I think this is going to be, you know, a pretty good spot for Quebec to play. I think we've got it all figured out, and hopefully the Coyotes can start to actually build something here as we get into this franchise mode. Of course, we gotta do a mascot too. I don't know who it's going to be. I wonder if they actually even added new mascot features. I feel like they kind of didn't. So, yep, they definitely did not add new features. I don't know. What do we want to do? I kind of want to hear what your guys' opinion is on the mascot, for what our mascot should be. I'm kind of thinking like, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking this guy, honestly, even though he is absolutely creepy. Don't get me wrong. Oh, that is nightmarish. Okay. Maybe not exactly what we were looking for there. This is his face. Let's at least get his face color kind of back to normal. Oh, yikes. Those red eyes are genuinely scary. I think the red facial hair is actually okay. I'm alright with it. Okay, no, we're not doing red teeth. That's... Oh gosh, this is literally nightmare inducing. Anyways, change that. His eyes can be blue, it's just that the middles of them cannot. It's just a little bit too creepy, honestly. Does he just look dead if we do that? No, he looks okay. And then the hat, I feel like we have to do a blue hat for him. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. So, I mean, not terrible on the mascot. A little bit scary looking, I guess you could say. But hopefully you guys don't get freaked out too much just by mascots. But then again, people have clown phobias and such that could totally be on set by this as well. Anyways, I'm making a joke out of our mascot. So we are going to be... Oh, let's see. What is our detail? I don't know what we need to name our mascot. I want to hear your guys' comments down below. What should we name our mascot? Because I genuinely don't have a name right now. But I think he should be wearing... What year are we moving here? 21. So yeah, 2021. Relocation looks good. All right, there you go. The Quebec Nordiques are now a franchise. They are relocating from Arizona, and I realize we are called the Quebec City Nordiques, and I guess I can't really change that, but it's the Quebec Nordiques. I know it's going to say Quebec City, but that's okay. Finalize the relocation. There we go. All right, it's going to take a minute here to load up the Quebec City Nordiques, and hopefully my whole console doesn't crash. I guess we have to... Oh, we have to simulate the first season. Oh my goodness, yes we do. Okay. All right, this is going to be fun because we've got picks galore, and there are going to be some good players in here. So, we got Matthew Beniers in there. I put him into the game. I don't know why he's not actually on. I assigned him to the Seattle Kraken, so I don't know why he's ended up in here. But that's okay. You know, we'll probably look towards some of these other players instead. I don't know if there's any like insane goalies in this draft or not. Probably not. Okay, so anyways, let's get through the logistics of this season pretty quickly. I don't think we're gonna really be too worried about, you know, this team doing good or bad. I think when you look at the lines here, it's like, yeah, this team needs some work, this team needs some improvement. And there's really no other way to state that. I think this team is probably going to be bad for the first year or two, if not more than that, which I am okay with. But at the same time, we're gonna definitely lose some morale through certain players just based on the way this team's set up and everything, and how guys we're gonna be losing. Like, there's no other way to put it. We are going to be losing. So it looks like we can play whatever we want to for system fit. Probably pinch and cycle just based on the fact that Soderstrom's already a pinch and cycle defenseman. For those of you guys who have not watched my previous series, you know I love to set my team up defensively based and then kind of build from the back end forward, if that makes sense. But that's the thing, is that this team just really does not have a ton of assets in general. Like, yes, we have lots of picks, but just some of the trades that got made and things like that, it's like, ooh, okay, Arizona's really sticking their neck out there for just being bad forever if things don't go well, if they don't draft well. But when you look at, yes, I know how to trade, okay. When you look at our team here, obviously there are some assets in there. Guys like Dylan Guenther looks like he could be a pretty fantastic player down the road. He's a sniper as well, so that's fantastic. That's exactly what we like to see, and he's got some superstar abilities. So yeah, Dylan Guenther should be a good prospect for this team moving into the future. Apart from that, our goaltending is shaky, to say the least, if not worse than that. And, well, at least we have 3 first-round draft picks. So, oh my god, the amount of seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Holy jeez. 8 picks within the first 2 rounds. Okay. So Arizona's stacked up for this next year, which is good, which is really good because we're going to be able to pull some decent prospects or trade back to future drafts as well. So yeah, let me just take a minute here to get the team set up, and then I think we're just going to sim a tank kind of season here because really we're going to be tanking. We relocate at the end of this season, so I guess it'll be more of like a 2022 relocation. I'll have to change that on the Mascot. But again, I want to hear your guys' opinions before I just jump into this quick season sim. What do we really need to do with the lineup? Like, what should we be focusing on trying to bring in? Should we be looking towards more free agents, trying to build through that? Or should we be building through the draft class? Or what do you guys want to see? That's what I want to hear from you, is what do you guys want to see me do with this team? I think it would be fantastic to bring in some oldies like Giroux and Letang, just simply based on the fact that, you know, they're French-Canadian players. Apart from that, you know, there's not too many other guys where I look through and I'm like, yes, we need to snag this guy. I mean, Nick Suzuki would be pretty nice. Don't get me wrong. I would love to bring in a guy like him. And he obviously has not been updated just based on the fact that he has been offered and signed a contract with with Montreal. But anyways, I'm starting to rant now. There's a lot of pending free agents, but guys that we are less than likely to get. And I'm going to look towards staff. I'm going to look towards bringing in a decent head coach that actually kind of fits what we're trying to build here. So yeah, let's see. Oh, that's a pinch and shoot coach all day. Okay. All right, so by the looks of it, everything hasn't changed too much throughout franchise mode as far as just how scouting and all that kind of stuff and hiring coaches goes. See, if this guy wasn't a D-, he would be perfect for what we're trying to build around. But that is not the case, and we're looking for overload, carry, shoot, efficient, balanced. Okay. So I don't know if we're actually hiring any staff this first season. I think we might just get through the season, say screw it. We'll see what happens. And I don't think we're going to actually sign a coach or anything like that either, because that will be for the upcoming year. Although we could go out and offer sheet players like this. Like, it's just... it would be very doable. But at the same time, I don't know if that's exactly what we want to do. So, man, as much as there's like some really good free agents in here, I just don't see us actually making moves for any of these players. Although, man, like having Kaprizov and Keller together, that would be scary. There's a lot of kind of undersized guys throughout here. Although offer sheeting a guy like Rasmus Dahlin for a couple of years would not be the most terrible thing ever. I love how for a 7-year deal he wants $5 million. That's fantastic, and I think Dahlin would actually be a Swedish defenseman to bring in to play alongside a guy like Soderstrom in the future, as well as Chychrun, and I think he'd very easily be a top 4 defenseman, if not top 2, and could be Norris caliber. So honestly, $5 million for 7 years, is that really how much we have to provide just for Dahlin? That's the thing, is I'm expecting this Arizona team to finish down, like almost dead last in the league. And that was the plan. Like, that was what they were kind of building towards going into this season. What is the offer sheet compensation? This seems like way more than it used to be. I feel like the offer sheet compensation used to be way cheaper. Yeah. Okay, it's actually not too bad. If we offered him $4.1 million, we'd only have to offer a second, and I think that might be the move instead, especially since free agents are so difficult to come by as far as actually decent players go. The reason I love Dahlin is because he's a defenseman who's going to fit the system that I'm trying to play in the future. That's what I'm seeing with defensive fit 3 or whatever. So if we offer him 4 years at $4.1 million, I would love to bring in Rasmus Dahlin for that price. But I don't think we're actually going to get it. I think that the compensation's probably not going to go too well. We have goals here, which is 13 sellouts, win our season home opener, and boost chemistry to 63%. That is probably unlikely, honestly. And I didn't allocate the budget. That's okay. Please auto-assign the promotion nights too. I don't want to deal with all that. So, let's see. Rasmus Dahlin accepts the offer. We shall see if Buffalo matches it. They have a 7-day waiting period. And at $4.1 million... okay, so they matched Dahlin, of course. I mean, I would match him too for $4.1 million. He's probably worth more than that, but that's okay. So I was trying to pull a fast one under Buffalo's noses, but then again, the Sabres are just going to be a bad franchise as well, and we all kind of know that. There's actually an extremely high amount of decent free agents here this year. Like, when we look at value on players, like... guy like Robert Thomas would be fantastic. There'd be a ton of guys that would be fantastic to bring in, and we have some money to play with as well. So I would say, you know what? Screw it. Let's sign Vatanen, Gustafsson. Like, I want to sign these guys, but I don't want the team to be too good either. That's the other thing, is I kind of want the team to be bad. Just based on the fact that we're not trying to go very far this year. Like, maybe Eric Stahl would be okay to sign, or maybe Nikita Gusev, right? Like, that's probably the extent of which I'm going to offer contracts and players. See, now that's an interesting one. That's a very interesting one. Why are you interested in a two-way contract, Nolan Patrick? Hold on. Oh, I'm like, is he not restricted? Because if he's not restricted, I'm going to offer him a lot of money. I will genuinely give up our second-round pick for this year to bring in a guy like Nolan Patrick. Simply because I think he's a very much a project player where he could turn out to be fantastic, or he could just be absolutely terrible. And for some reason, Vasily Podkolzin's not signed either, so I don't honestly think it's fair to go out and offer him a contract, but he's going to New Jersey or Ottawa then either way, so would it really hurt to bring in a guy like Podkolzin? Probably not. I don't think it would. And at the same time, I feel bad because I messed up slightly on where I put this guy, and he should actually be listed as Pro Team Vancouver, and I, for some reason, missed that when I was creating this guy. But how can you be interested in a two-way contract but want more money than that? I don't understand that. So anyways, definitely some errors and issues here early on, but I've already made the teams. Like I've already put together the Nordiques expansion team. I'm not doing it again. So you guys might just have to live with a couple of slight roster errors and things like that, because, I mean, to be fair, I'm not perfect, and neither is EA with the way their game works. So anyways, let's get simulating here. I've been ranting for far too long, but we do end up signing Vasily Podkolzin. So, I mean, inaccurate, but let's see. Nolan Patrick could be signing with us. We do get Eric Stahl and Nikita Gusev. So, not really stacking the team, I'd say, but we can get Nolan Patrick for a second-round pick. I think that's decent compensation, and okay, we will sign him up. Sounds good to me. So, let's go to edit lines. Let's figure this thing out. I'm kind of wondering, yeah, a lot of these guys aren't even in the team, funny enough. So let's go and just get some things sorted out here. So let's go. All right, in the system roster moves. As much as I want to bring Podkolzin up, I think it probably wouldn't hurt to play him down in the AHL for a year. I think being a decent player like this, I think it's probably smart to just hold on to him and either get compensation back or who knows. But let's move these three guys up. Obviously, there's going to be too many guys in the NHL now. So we're going to send some guys like Louis Eriksson at $6 million. Ouch. Along with, we got to send one other. Maybe, no, I know Larson was the other guy. Okay. Let's confirm that. And all right, we are good to go here. So moving on to just some quick lineup edits and changes. Obviously, we signed a couple different players who should be able to kind of crack our lineup here. And yeah, when you look at this lineup, I'm not expecting a whole lot out of it, to be completely honest. And Kroos has to fit better somewhere. Okay, yeah, he does. But he doesn't, if that makes sense. Okay, so Fisher's a two-way forward. And somehow we're getting all +2s on the chemistry, which I find interesting. Barrett Hayton's definitely more of a two-way forward, but, you know, that's okay. Waste a 5th overall pick on him. Okay, I'm just ranting a little bit there, but not going to lie, I don't think we really get this team too much better than where it's at right now, apart from, you know, bringing in a couple guys like Eric Stahl and Nolan Patrick, who should, you know, inject a little bit of boost into the lineup, but not a crazy amount either. Maybe we play Galchenyuk on the right. That's actually, or on the left wing. That's actually not a terrible idea. And Nolan Patrick, well, he could be playing in between these two guys, but for some reason, he doesn't fit. But what? How does that work? They both have full green chemistry bars. So you just have like really bad morale with the rest of the team? Is that what's going on here? I think that might actually be what's going on. So, anyways, we kind of readjust the middle on this team. And, you know, although Nolan Patrick is a 2nd overall pick, I'm not getting my expectations up for him, to be completely honest. I think he might have a bit of a tank of a season, honestly. Let's see, is Fisher really... Yeah, he's actually quite good on that line. Okay, so yeah, we're definitely going to need to inject some playmaking or sniping kind of centers down the middle over the next draft class or two here, and that would be a huge boost to this team, out of all honesty. I think that's really what this team is just genuinely going to need as we move into the future. But yeah, there's just a lot of work to be done with this franchise and this team, and I can't really state that enough. The defense is not in shambles, but it's not good either, and we're gonna have to adjust, make changes to that, and hopefully get better chemistry than +2, because I'm kind of not feeling that right now either. I don't think I'm very impressed with how that's played out, and that's the other thing, is I want Lawson Kroos, or sorry, not Lawson Kroos, I want Christian Fischer in this lineup, and by the looks of it, I don't think he's going to be any worse down here than he is anywhere else. So, all right. Yeah, I just don't see any other improvements really coming through me playing around with the lines here. Labushkin's a defensive? I thought he was an offensive defenseman. I guess not. And Soderstrom can play on either of those pairings. Okay, that's all right. Looks good to me, honestly. So, yeah, Hutton and Coronar are going to be probably pretty bad, but that's okay. That's what we're expecting, and we need to just build up some assets. So let's get forward, get through it with the single Arizona season sim here, and I will be back with you guys when we are done the regular season simulation and hopefully heading towards the Quebec expansion or Quebec relocation.
There's Woogie the dog. You can't really see him. Woogie. Hi, no. Hi. And his head. Careful, babies. And then there's that. I got the puppies. Oh, hello. Hello. Hey, that's my garbage can. Stop sniffing it. Oh, is Ellie going down? You go down. Okay? Go down. Go, girl. Go, girl. Hey, Pudgy, Pudgy. Oh, Woggy, come here. Let's get that yo for you. Come here, come here, come here. That's it.
Okay, pretty big trade to announce here at the trade deadline. Hurdle and Burns get traded to Detroit in exchange for a first, Berggren, and Nazem. Okay, that's just a strange one. Another one, Detroit also picks up Giroux and Broussard in exchange for a first, Kosa, and McIsaac. Oh my goodness. Torrey Krug to Anaheim. Okay. Pretty big trades going on. Ooh, Johnny Gaudreau to Anaheim. That's a pretty good one. And honestly, not a lot in return either. Wow. All right, guys. So after all of that, the Coyotes don't even finish that bad. They really were not that far out of a playoff spot. Putting up 82 points in 82 games with a 38-38-6 record. Kind of surprising, honestly. I thought they were going to do way worse. For team leaders here, as you can see, Clayton Keller puts up 89 points. That's absolutely massive. He did so well this season, but that's one of those players that, you know, is going to make a big difference going, where is entire league? Why is it like that? I don't like how that's set up. Anyways, the Blackhawks win the Presidents over Toronto and Edmonton, a couple other teams that were pretty darn close there. And a lot of just pretty solid seasons from a lot of teams. Detroit misses the playoffs at the 14 seed. That's hilarious because they just absolutely blew up their team to bring in some players. Like, what? Oh, man. That's got to sting. All right. Seattle finishes 18th. Who else? Where did we finish? We finished 24th, really? That's actually a pretty decent finish. Kind of higher than I wanted to finish with this team. I kind of wanted to pull a decent draft pick, but looks like Nashville finishes dead last. Columbus finishes 1 point ahead of them. And then Buffalo is actually in this like echelon of, you know, maybe being somewhat decent. Along with Calgary, Ottawa, Washington, Winnipeg, Anaheim, those teams. So, as well as Arizona, obviously. But Arizona is now going to be relocating, now that this season's over, to obviously the Quebec Nordiques. And Phil the Thrill, 37 goals, my guy. I like it. 49 points for Jakob Chychrun as well. He is a strong candidate for a captain for this team moving forward. 27 wins for Carter Hutton. That's not actually terrible considering he played 62 games. So yeah, that's our team. Obviously, we can't go into the playoff stats. We're not there yet, and obviously this team is just about to relocate. So let's get through this. Regular season's over. All right, and it looks like we only passed one of our goals out of the two, so not great, not bad. So yeah, now we're gonna sim pretty much to the draft. We're gonna see who finishes where, how things go, and go from there. Also, I did want to show you guys the draft class because obviously this upcoming draft should be a pretty good one. The guy I've got my eye on that I don't think we're actually going to be able to get is Markku Pakarainen, a 6'3", 210-pound power forward winger, who's got a zone ability big tipper, which I would absolutely love to put onto this team, as well as unstoppable force, close quarters, total eclipse, and shock and awe. Like, that's just a complete forward there. I would love to pull him in. But this other guy too here, Ricard Thoresen, definitely a sniper, no question in my mind about that, just with the A+ shooting. And he's got maxed out kind of abilities already, which is crazy. So he's at the very least going to be one of the guys that we keep an eye on. I don't know how good Connor Geekie actually is, because I was quite interested in him too. And I wonder where... Yeah, it looks like some of our picks moved around a bit. So obviously we still have 3 first-rounders, but it's more going to be a matter of, do these picks actually turn out? Do we trade up? I want to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions in the comments below. And this episode should be coming out, I want to say 2 days from the recording date. So today is the Friday the 15th when I'm recording this. So NHL just came out to everybody. And... well, the Chicago Blackhawks win the Stanley Cup, but I'm planning to have this one uploaded after 2 other videos I have planned. So this one should be coming out with the Matthew Beniers player creation video on the 17th. But we'll have another episode out today, and the lottery does not treat us too kindly as we move from 9 to 10. Winnipeg moves up to win Shane Wright. That's lucky for them. San Jose from 13 to 3 as well. Ooh, baby. Okay, so maybe we'll be making trades. Maybe we'll be moving stuff around. I'm not entirely sure at this point, but I would love to bring in at very least Thorson, which is going to require trading up. Never mind if we could actually get Pakarainen. I would love to bring in some crazy good Finnish players here because these guys really do look like the real deal, like the complete package kind of players. But, you know, Jurasek wouldn't be terrible either, obviously. There are other guys ahead of him I would like to pick up, but we'll see what we can do at the draft coming up. But I don't know if we're actually going to get to relocation here today or not. It seems to be really taking its sweet time to get through the season. So here we go. Moving trucks are packed up. So it says, a somber collection of fans show up and watch the team depart. Some hold banners wishing you good luck in Quebec City. Others I can't repeat. Ooh, those Arizona fans really not too impressed with the Desert Dogs. So anyways, let's go to retired players, and Chara's going to call it quits. He was playing on Seattle out of all teams. Interesting. Seabrook, Dubinsky, Molson, just a bunch of really good players in here that, you know, had decent NHL careers. Nobody like Hall of Fame worthy apart from Big Z maybe, but yeah, that's the retirees, and we get some coaches retiring as well. All right, Boychuk, Chara, Seabrook are all now scouts. Cool. And let's continue simming, but also slow up here because I don't know if we're drafting his Quebec or what's going on now. And I guess we're at the expansion draft. So there you go. We are now properly relocated as the Quebec Nordiques. There you have it. Yeah, Quebec City Nordiques. I love it. I love how this looks. I'm really excited. Ooh, there's some serious growth. That's what I wanted to see out of these guys. So yeah, these guys are gonna be just fine moving into the future. I think I'm not really too worried. Holy, Barrett Hayton puts up a 40-point season and just absolutely skyrockets to an 84 overall. You love to see that. Okay, so honestly, we didn't have that bad a season, and we've got some decent picks coming up here too. So anyways, that's where we're gonna wrap it up. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure to go down below, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and hit the notification bell to never miss these uploads. And yeah, that's gonna be it for me, and until next time.